Hello and welcome back to Simply Sims. My name is Simply Sims. And what is up? Come hang out with me, sit back, relax, and let's dive into a new world together. On this episode of the Create a Sim Challenge, we are doing the day 15, which is favorite character. For this, I wanted to do something that I wanted to do something more in the sense of like movies, and for me, movies were very much like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Silence of the Lambs, all of those early 2000s horror movies, which I love horror movies, so of course that is where I'm going to get my inspiration from. So here we are today with the what is it called? Here we are with day 15, again, favorite character. I wanted to have somebody that was very strong in what she does, but then also is super caring about family and community and things like that. So for her, I just tried to set up um, her personality to kind of be the same thing, or at least in the same way. And so for this one, for her styles, or not styles, sorry, traits, I wanted to, again, just keep that like strong-headed, very determined, is gonna beat somebody up if they really need it, is gonna protect her people, her community, her family, all of that, but still loves to have a good time. So I gave her self-assured, family-oriented, and adventurous. And then the same for the happy family lineage. I figured why not have a legacy of family who is known for something, I guess. And then now just going through and kind of getting her skin tone correct, because I had inspiration from Lara Croft and Resident Evil, and so that's what I went with was Alice, or Ali Sire. And just kind of between the two, I'll take some of the details or I'll take some of the features on the sim itself from those two lovely ladies. And I'm doing the Mila Jovovich, not the video game Resident Evil version, just because that is my favorite one and keep it consistent with movies. Um, and so for this, Lara Croft and both Angelina Jolie's Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, whatever, um, they both have very narrow eyebrows, which was very trendy back in the early 2000s for the Y2K fashion. Very, very thin eyebrows. And so I wanted to stay with that. And then I wanted to have some eyes here that matched. For Lara Croft, hers are those bright hazel. And then for Mila Jovovich, it is the gray blue, so I wanted to do something that was very standoutish against the not the context of her skin, but in contrast to her skin, and also was a little bit contrasting to the eyebrows as well because we were going to keep the hair black. And then just trying to have her face sit a little bit more in how I wanted her to look, because again, it is inspiration, but it's not going to be a recreation of these Sims, and making sure that we get the profile of her face a little bit more symmetrical and not so wonky and cartoonish. And so now just making sure that her face is what I would like it to be. For Sims, I wish we also had asymmetry available, not just for hair, but also for facial features like eyebrows, eyes, nostrils, and the lips, because not actual people have symmetrical faces. It's actually more realistic to have an unsymmetrical face, so going in and making sure that we can get the symmetry kind of out of there but in there when we want it would be a really cool feature to have. And here I am using that hair that I've been talking about for a while. I wanted to do something that was cute, but also sort of like a new hairstyle that I've never done before, so I definitely saved it for this character. I gave her the little wolf shag, whatever you would like to call it, but it's a long layered haircut, or a shoulder length heavy layered cut, with a little bit of bangs to frame her face a little bit. And now we're gonna go in and do her clothing. And for this, again, I kept the idea of Lara Croft and um, Alice from Resident Evil and Lara Croft, obviously Tomb Raider. I wanted something that was going to be tactile but also very skin tight, because that's kind of what they wear, is a very skin tight suit. Um, and I didn't want it to be like a superhero because that's not really what I was looking for. So I used this gothic corset dress with the ties on the side. I liked that it had the harness on the rib section and then the straps that go up to the collar, um, as a kind of halter top dress. And then I gave her a tactile watch, and then tried to just give her some traction boots so that she can run and do what she needs. Again, I think this would be a fun character to revisit when I have CC ability back, and we can recreate this in actuality with the features and all the little details for like a Tomb Raider Resident Evil style person. But because of what we were given, I just gave her gloves, and then I gave her knee-high socks and some, I believe I gave her boots. I don't entirely remember, so bear with me while I look at it with you. But I did want to give her those socks, for the knee-high, because we don't have in an option of socks those like those I forget what they're called. They don't have the connection from like the underwear to the socks. They don't have like the garter. We don't have anything like that besides the actual lingerie, and I didn't want to use that. And then I gave her just um, some easy boots that kind of matched, and she is gonna be in this like gothic gray and black attire. I wanted to keep it kind of simple in that way because both of these movies, they're very neutral in color, that or it's black. So I kept it like that. And I realized that I mixed up the scars for the elemental sim and the favorite character sim. I realized that Allie actually has the one scar on her stomach, and then the elemental has the three. So I apologize for the confusion on that if you guys are watching these in order. Or if you're watching them out of order and saw this one first, and then now you gotta go look at the other one and see what I'm talking about. um, I still recommend definitely checking out this whole playlist. We are halfway through the 30-day Create a Sim challenge. 15 more days to go. Last video is going to be up on Halloween, and then we'll be taking a break for a little bit. Not too long, just instead of posting every day, it's going to be a video or two about once a week. If not every other week, it just depends. I realize that posting every day is not doable, um, for my life schedule. And I know I could record in advance, and I definitely try to, but time does not allow me to fit that in my schedule either. So I think about one video a week is what I am going to go back to, kind of like what we had with the literary legacy, and as well as just also making sure that I'm not overloading myself with tasks because it is the holiday season here soon. So, of course, in my personal life, I have to um, go back to a little bit of my holiday season routine. But like I said, I do want to be more active with my videos and sending more videos out to you guys, as well as doing some sort of thing, if it's a legacy challenge or whatnot. So I'm sure we'll figure it out, but I hope you guys are excited for the new things that we are doing. But that is pretty much really all I have for today's video. We finish off here with her cold attire, and it again is in that tactical thought process. So, anyways, simulation over. The fun never stops on Simply Sims. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.
Dorna, Emka, Floof. Bruhana.